Man, let me ask you this: like, what was the like frustration and like anger and because we work with guys, and there's just so much confusion that comes into play when you're a virgin at 27 and then you don't get your next shot till you're 31. What was that like in transitioning out of that?
I was just totally brainwashed. I thought I've got to be all the. My childhood wasn't pleasant, and I was put down a lot, and I just had this idea that I had to be all these things before a woman would even consider me. But the thing I did that might be helpful to some of the viewers, I had this shopping list of things I needed to be
Right, yeah.
before even a 7 would consider me. And my shopping list, I mean, if Brad Pitt had had this shopping list, it would have been a bit ambitious for him, and all I was doing was protecting myself from ever being hurt.
Yeah.
It's just it's so pathetic. Oh, what I said in my speech, how a lot of very intelligent guys, they make such dumb decisions in this area of their life, even though they're brilliant at that. And I mean, looking back, a lot of people have looked at me and said, wow, that guy's successful, he's good at sport, great at business. But I was so pathetic. Just how brainwashed I was by society.
In where you're at now, such a different place. Like, where did you see that transition, James? Because you getting to know him in 2007 and moving along, I got to know you in 2012 and just seeing snapshots, so James knows you really well. But like, where did you see that transition with the other James Maclane?
Well, we were sort of going on parallel journeys, and we've ducked in and out of our lives. We don't get to see each other that much, unfortunately, because we live on other sides of the planet. But at least once a year, we'll check in and spend a couple of days together. And yeah, I mean, for him, his journey has been. He was really obsessed about the highest quality of woman, and that's something that he's a connoisseur of, and
not a bad thing.
And for a long time, I didn't really get it because, like, to be honest, he's gangly and he's got a bit of a squeaky voice and his posture's not perfect. And his game's good, but I've met guys who've got better conversation skills and whatever else, but he's always with startlingly beautiful women who are always like usually at least masters, if not a PhD, very intelligent, very proud, very elegant women. And I've met a bunch of these over the years that I've known him, and that was something that kind of flabbergasted me at first, because there's been a few guys I've met where I'm just like, I don't know why it's working for them.
Right. Yeah.
Because even if they're good, like their results are fucking insane. Mm-hmm. And this is my opinion, because I've thought about this over the years about why it is that you get such great results. And I feel like it's that you just treat super high-end women like people. You don't treat them as if they're princesses. You're not trying to necessarily impress them, and you feel entitled to those kinds of girls. Yeah. Like those are the ones you want, and like because I often tell students this. They're like, oh well, how do I get a 10? And I said, only approach 10s. Yeah, because that's what you do. You only approach girls that you perceive to be your ideal women.